and welcome back to Beyond Basics Summer Edition. This is episode 2 and we're continuing on with the Focus Missionaries. So if you've seen our last episode, and if you've not, then you're doing it wrong. You need to go back and watch it. And so if you've seen our last episode, you know that we are going to, for the summer, this is not season 2 yet, disclaimer, we're back. This is not season 2, this is just a summer edition. Yeah, just a special little edition where we will be interviewing Focus missionaries that are in Belize right now. And so last episode we had 2 missionaries and a priest, and so this episode we have just 2 missionaries. Yeah. And so Santos.
So these 2 missionaries go by the name of Julia and Trip.
Yeah.
That's right, Trip. And
that's
like
T-R-I-P.
T-R-I-P Trip.
That's right. Yeah, so how do you guys feel now that you're on the show?
Excited?
Yeah.
Pretty good.
I'm excited. Don't think I've been on a TV show since college when I was in journalism. So this is pretty cool.
Wow, that's so cool. See, so he has experience.
He has experience in this.
It's been a little while.
Yeah.
A little rusty.
Maybe you should host. Yeah.
So yeah, just kind of to differentiate you guys, because last episode we had the priest, and then we had 2 missionaries, but one of them was a student, the other one was a full-time missionary. So just tell us a bit about, like, if you're a full-time, a student, just tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, so I'm a full-time student at the University of Tampa in Florida. I study biology there. Full-time student.
Full-time student, that's good. And how about you, Trip?
Yeah, and I'm a full-time missionary, like Katie Ann. So work with Focus. I went to University of Mississippi, studied broadcast journalism there, but now I'm a missionary at University of Southern Mississippi. So just a couple hours down the road and going into my 3rd year working there.
Wow, that's so cool. So you guys are both
Sounds like a lot.
Where'd you say you were from?
Originally I'm from Louisville, Kentucky, but I go to school in Tampa, Florida. I'll be a senior this year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, dang. Are you excited to graduate?
I'm very excited. I have senioritis already, like it kicked in last year, so get me out.
We're studying.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Wait, dudes, like we're matching?
We are. I also noticed you of this one, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Santos, keep
sorry.
up. Keep up, Santos. Gosh. I know. Oh my goodness, embarrassing. Okay, so you're from Mississippi.
Originally from Wisconsin, actually, from up north, but been in Mississippi for a while now. With my 4 years in school, now 3rd year on mission there. So Mississippi is definitely home now.
Oh wow, that's so cool. Yeah. So I think since we don't know much about you yet, we only really know where you're from and that you're missionaries. So to get to know you a little bit better, we're going to do a little like who's most likely to gain.
Okay.
Yeah, I hope you guys know each other.
We can figure it out.
To win, we got this.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. You guys seem so competitive. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, okay. Wait, so you guys know each other before?
Actually just met on the trip.
So
Is that like the case for most of you guys?
For most of us.
A lot of them do know each other just because they, so he's a missionary at his school and he had students under him that, he's leading through discipleship programs, stuff like that. But I didn't really know any of them going into this. I knew Katie Ann, but just a little bit.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now we're all good friends.
Exactly. This has been a bonding experience.
Of course, if you're serving in Belize together, with all that goes on here, I'm sure you get close.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see how just close you are. So let's go with the first
All right.
question.
Yep.
We got it. Come on.
Okay, so the first question is, who's most likely to get lost in the wilderness?
Lost in the wilderness.
I would say me. You're pretty good with directions.
It's funny. I would have said me. I
Really?
You had a good head of your shoulder
I don't
with this
know.
direction,
You're
but
just like the road tripping,
That's true. All right, we'll go Julia. Let's see Julia.
your name is in road trip.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Good sense of direction. Planning
Yeah.
the trip. Yeah, we'll go Julia.
Okay.
Julia.
Okay.
That's point 1 for Julia. Okay. The second one is, who's most likely to die first in a horror movie?
In a
Horror movie.
Oh gosh. Man. I think probably me. I think
I'm
that would
gonna go with
just
Trip.
I'll give my luck right there, man. I don't know. I would just do something stupid or try to go fight the bad guy and I'd get chopped up, it'd be
You
bad.
would go down nobly though,
Yep.
you know?
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, like you'd sacrifice for.
We'll go with that.
Yeah,
It sounds
okay.
better
Sure,
than just
sure.
doing something silly and getting killed first. So we'll go with me on that one.
Yeah.
All right. So and then the third one. Actually, there's two more, but the third one here is who would be most likely to write a book?
Write a book.
Journalism major over here.
Journalism,
Yeah.
We'll go.
It's in his
I
blood.
I do like to write.
Yeah.
Love writing.
Yeah.
So,
If you wrote a book, like what would you write it on?
oh gosh, that's a good question right there. I think I'd do a book on road trips. How about that?
Wow, are
best
you
stops,
serious?
national parks,
That's
guidebook,
good.
little towns and things like that.
Yeah.
A road trip, best road trip.
Man,
book.
you're
trips,
really-
best road trip books.
Perfect. There you go.
You're living up to your name.
Yeah,
Like,
that's-
did your parents know?
They know.
Yeah, okay, two more. Who's most likely to show up late for group gatherings? Like when you guys like meet up and stuff.
The girls are always late to
Yeah,
everything,
it's-
so
it's
I'll just
Julia,
take one for the
Julia,
team.
and all the
Yeah.
girls. I think you're better than most of them. but
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
lumped in.
Yeah.
Yep.
By default, it's
Yep.
me.
Julia.
I can
And in
relate.
the group, just in general, like with the others, who do
Yeah.
you think would be the most likely to show up late?
So far, it's been Juju and Lucy.
Juju and Lucy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are the culprits.
Yep, they
Yep.
are always running a little late.
Yeah,
Nick,
Lucy
right?
was on
You'd
our
think
last
it'd be Nick, but he's
episode.
actually pretty good.
Right, yeah.
You'd think it'd be Nick.
Well, you
right?
guys keep him in line, you know?
That's true,
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah.
Good leader.
We'll go with.
Okay, last one. Man, sadly. Who's most likely to leave their room in a mess?
I'm just gonna vote myself. I
Yeah,
feel like Julia
okay.
seems pretty neat.
I'm
put
pretty
together.
organized, I will say.
If you were in our room right now, me and the boys, it's a mess. It looks like a bomb went off a little bit.
Yikes.
So, yep, not super organized, I will say.
All
Can
right.
imagine.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I think, for the late one, Julia's taking one for the girls. I think you took one for the boys
I
just
did.
now.
Yeah, we're even, we're
Yep.
even.
Yeah. So I think that's the end of our icebreakers. So we're gonna take a little break, and then we're gonna come back, and we're going to individually, get to know them a little bit and get their stories. So stick around after our break. We're gonna have a lot of fun, and after that break, we're gonna have even more fun. So you're gonna want to be there for that.
So much fun.
For all your daily banking needs, use any of Atlantic Bank cards. It's easy, it's secure, it's contactless.
Hey everyone, so we're back, and so with me I have here Trip. So Trip, how are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling great. It's a good day to be alive. It's a little hot outside, but feels nice here in the AC.
that is true.
I'm feeling great. Just glad to be here.
That's cool. So we're just gonna have like a man talk right now, and it's not gonna be about sports. So don't worry about that. So it's gonna be more about Trip's life. So Trip mentioned he's from where again? I can't remember.
Originally from Wisconsin, so grew up
Okay.
there, but I've lived in Mississippi now for a while, down south.
Okay.
Went to Ole Miss, University of Mississippi, and work as a missionary now at Southern Mississippi.
Okay, yeah. So then, so Trip, you mentioned that you were that you're a leader right now. You're a full-time missionary in Focus. So I'm interested right now in just learning about like the young Trip, the Trip who was like in high school or whatever. Was he always like interested in leadership? Was he always like wanted to throw himself into that and just being an example for others, or what was he like?
I would say very different than the Trip is today. I mean, I grew up Catholic, so being Catholic was always a little bit a part of who I was, but in high school and especially throughout my 4 years in college, I think I really struggled to live out the faith more. Struggled to really just follow what I knew to be true and really believe. Just kind of struggled to put it into example. So I really didn't feel like someone that could lead because I was struggling with all those things. It really wasn't until later in my 4 years in college when I started kind of coming back around to the faith and living it more seriously that I was like, okay, wow, I need to talk to other people about this. I need to show other people like how amazing this has been for me, realizing like all these beautiful truths about our faith, and then show those other people. So after I kind of started to figure it out, then I was like, yes, like I want to lead. I want to help other people grow in this because it's helped me so much. But wasn't always like that.
Right. Okay. And so, the church back then, he was a person, like you said, who, you grew up Catholic, with all the traditions, with all the stuff that you have, the sacraments and everything. And so how did this help you, like, even before, you wanted to, like, grow deeper into leadership? How did this help you, like, in terms of your values? Like, did these values, like, help you out, even before, like, in high school or whatever, like, because it's it's a moment where you just want to like try to fit in. So how was it like for you, like trying to fit in, but again just like learning these values from a very young age?
Yeah, it was hard, I think, for a little bit. I mean, you kind of have that natural tendency to, like you said, you want to fit in. You want to be like everyone that's around you. You want to be liked. You don't want to be seen as like weird or anything like that. But then at the same time, I think just from a young age, being able to go like to mass or go to confession, or go to like adoration with like my parents, it just like helped show me that like how real the faith was. That this wasn't just something like, oh, that, like I just read in a book. Like no, like this is real. Like this matters. And I think it really just showed me who Jesus was, like just like as a person. Like Jesus is a person who loves me, that cares about me, and like wants to take care of me. Like wants to stand by me even when things are tough and even when I'm really not holding up my end of the deal and I'm struggling a little bit. I think it just showed me that God is loyal to me, that just cares.
Well,
even when struggling to want to fit in and everything else.
No, it is true. Like, because then like there's a tendency to look at, especially when you're young, just to look at religion as just like a list of rules, a list of stuff that you shouldn't do. And then you don't really see it as a person, like you said, as a person of Christ. And so like eventually you reach the point where you encounter the person, and not just like some abstract rules. So how was that encounter like? Because I know that for some people it's a slow process, for others it's something immediate. So what was it like for you to just, really encounter that person to help you out whenever things get tough,
Yeah, for me, my encounter, I think it took a while, and then it was really one big moment. I mean, like I said, I'd grown up around it, so like I encountered sacraments, had been to church, but I really don't think that I understood what it meant for me, like making it my own, until I was probably about like a sophomore in college. When I went on a big focus retreat, big conference that we have every single year, our Seek retreat, Seek conference. And they have adoration there with thousands and thousands of students. And the priest took the monstrance and the host off of the altar, and they were walking around the conference center. And I was really struggling at the time. I didn't feel like I fit into my Catholic community. I felt like I was making a lot of mistakes, was really struggling to live my faith. And it was there, though, that I was sitting there praying and kind of feeling out of place, that the priest walked by me with Jesus and the monstrance. And I just felt this sense of peace, and I think of the verse in Scripture with Jesus and his baptism in the Jordan, when the Father says, "This is my beloved Son, with whom I'm well pleased." I heard those words ringing through my head, almost like the Father was talking to me, just saying, "You are my beloved Son, with whom I am well pleased." And at that time, I didn't think there was anything for anyone to be pleased with in me. I was really struggling. I was a little bit of a knucklehead, but God just showed, like, no, like Trip, like I love you, like I care about you, like I'm well pleased with you. And for me, like in that moment, like I just knew how real God was, and that He loved me, and that He cared for me, and He wanted to change my life. And after that, I mean, it still was a little bit of a process, but that was just like I just knew it was so real. I knew it mattered so much. And after that, it was just like this, like, okay, like I have to just kind of start getting to know this. Like I have to at least try to start moving in this direction, like, because there's no other way that's going to work.
I remember just like first encountering those words too, like, this is my beloved Son, listen to him. And when I just first encountered those words, I thought it was just reserved for the Son, like for Jesus. But like the way how you put it, when you put it personally, it's different. It just hits different, you know. And for me, I thought that was like the same reaction too. And then you just like you live your life with just so much love, with so much mercy, something that you feel like you don't deserve at the moment. Like you said, you've been through a lot and everything, but that you still have to accept, you know. And then afterwards, things change from then. So like you said, it was a struggle. Just like you still had to like fix, maybe like clean up some things from the past.
Yeah, it wasn't immediate. It was like I kind of knew this great truth, and it was great. It's like, okay, if this is true now and I want to live it, I kind of have to start getting down to business. Like I have to start making some hard choices and cutting things out of my life, and that took a little bit of time. But it was like after that first moment, it's like I know I have to do these things, even if it's hard.
And then where was focus in all this? Like, was it like before? Did you serve in any other missionary trips or?
No, not really. Before that, I went to a couple focused Bible studies at Ole Miss, at University of Mississippi. Some of my friends, so I knew who the missionaries were. I talked to them a couple times, went to a couple Bible studies, but I wasn't really serving with them in any way. And then after that, I started to get more involved because I was just like, it was slowly changing my life. And as it changed my life, I wanted to do that for other people, for my friends that I loved who were also struggling. And after that, especially later in college, my junior and senior year, the missionaries kind of started discipling me, and I started leading Bible studies for my friends. I went on a mission trip to Haiti then, my junior year of college, with other students and missionaries, kind of like Julia now. And that just, the Bible studies and leading, going to the mission trips like that just continued to change me. And then by the time I graduated, I was like, okay, I need to do this. Like I need to do this full time. I want to do this full time.
Okay. What was it like that sparked that decision to just do it full time? You know, like you could have just like, you know, done something different, maybe just like do it part time or whatever. But like what was like the thing that made you gravitate towards that decision? Yeah.
I won't lie, it was scary at first. I didn't want to. That started coming up in prayer. I thought maybe God wants me to do this. And at first I kind of ran from it. I remember I actually skipped my first interview for the Focus because I was like, nope, I can't do this. This is too stressful. I don't want to do this full time. I'm not going to do it. And I skipped my first interview, and after that, it was the only thing I could think about. It was like, oh my goodness, like why am I running away from this? And eventually when I went back for another interview, you know, what really sparked the decision to commit to it and to stick with it was just, I had just learned so much through the other people that had loved me and invested in me, about like how God loves me and how God views me. I learned so much from them. I was like, I have to be able to show other people this. If I don't show other people this, I won't be happy with myself. Like there's just so many people out there that maybe are good people or have a good heart, but they're just struggling with different things and they haven't had someone to love them and invest in them and to help them along the way. And I was like, if I can just do that for even one person as a missionary, then it's going to be time well spent. So I was like, I have to do this. It's like I figured out the greatest secret in the world, and now like I could share it with other people. So I was like, well, if I know this secret, I got to let other people know it now.
It's beautiful, yeah. And so you're here now, you know, with that passion, with that desire that you wanted to serve full time, that eventually brought you here. And so how has it been like so far here in Belize, and what has been your favorite thing so far?
It's been so good here so far. I think there's so many things I could say for my favorite thing, but I think just being here and just being like on mission with Julia and Katie Ann and Lucy and Father and everyone else, I think just like the simplicity. It's like all we have to do is just focus on Jesus. It's like all we have to do is just, we get to go to Mass, we get to go to our holy hours, and then we just get to love people. We get to meet with all the little kids in all the different towns and areas, and we just did a Noah's Ark skit for them today. So we acted out the play of Noah's Ark, and then they were drawing pictures afterwards, and we were talking to them about it, and just being able to have everything else come just taken away. It's like all we have to do is just focus on Jesus and focus on loving the people that are around us. And I think just that simplicity, just having time where the only thing I have to worry about is my faith and the people that are around me, has been one of the best parts. And just, I think, becoming friends with everyone else that's here on mission with us. Like Julia said earlier, a lot of us didn't know each other before coming on this trip. Like I knew the people from Southern Miss, but I didn't know everyone else. And it's just, I think, beautiful to see that when everyone loves Jesus and everyone has that faith, just like how quickly you can grow close to each other, and how you can really see Jesus through them, through the things they're saying and the way that they're acting. I feel like I've learned so much just from watching all the people on this trip that are here with us. So I think that's been one of my favorite parts too.
Okay, perfect. So this has been like how many trips have you been to so far before this one?
This is my second mission trip. So
Your
I went to
second mission
Haiti, to Port-au-Prince once
Okay.
before this, and now I'm here. So second big international mission trip.
Okay. Well, that was a trip story. I was so glad to hear it, one-on-one here. And so, like he said, just he sees people in the church community, and Jesus is involved, especially in you, the viewers, who continue to support us, who continue to share, who continue to comment, and just through you, we can really see God just hand working everywhere. And I think one of the things that really I liked about Pete's trip story is just, he said like, coming here, he just wants to love Jesus and wants to love the people around him. And I think that's the second time I'm hearing it, from the first episode, and I'm hearing it again. It's just like to love people. And a lot of times we just think about loving things and loving objects, but we never really take the time to love people. And so I just like to extend the love to you, to everyone who's watching, and to just stick around for the second segment, which is another interview that's with Tessa and
Julia.
And Julia, yes. So then stick around with us. This will be much more to come, and afterwards we're gonna have a game. So just we'd really appreciate that you stay for the full episode.
Welcome back. We just had a beautiful testimony from Trip and Santos, and there was so much to learn from that. And so now we're gonna continue with this little train, and we're gonna go with Julia and hear a little bit about who she is, her story, how she came to love Christ, and how she got here today in Belize, of all places. So here we have Julia. Okay, first thing I have to say, you're very tall. What's your height?
I am 6 foot and a half of an inch.
Oh man,
Yep,
you're really tall. I wish I was that tall. So do you play sports?
Yes.
I could
I
tell.
play beach volleyball at my school.
I could tell. I looked at you and I'm like, that's a volleyball player there.
Yeah,
I
the
used
long
to
legs
play.
help. Did
I
you?
used to play beginning of high school and primary school
What
and stuff.
position did you play?
I used to play opposite.
Okay.
Yeah,
very
what do you
cool.
play?
For indoor I played setter, but now in beach it's only 2 people, so I do a little bit of everything.
Yeah. That's so fun. Yeah, I could tell. You just now, like before we got up here, she's like stretching. I'm like, that's an athlete. Yeah. So you play college. College.
Yep, I do.
How long have you been playing?
I've been playing beach volleyball since my sophomore year of high school, but I've been playing just volleyball in general since 4th grade. I started at the YMCA, so now
I think I started in 4th grade
Nice,
too.
nice.
Yeah. Beach is hard though. Beach is really hard.
It's a good workout, that's for sure.
Yeah, so now that we know a little bit more about her, we can go to Jesus. So did you grow up Catholic? You say you come from Kentucky. So
Yes.
Cradle Catholic?
Cradle Catholic for sure. My grandma was a convert, so she's always been a strong influence in my life. But yeah, I just grew up in the Catholic Church. I kind of went through the motions though. I placed most of my identity in sports actually. So I was a cross-country runner, volleyball player, and just from the start, that's the goal I wanted to achieve, was just being the best of the best as far as sports go. And that kind of carried on into my high school years and my college years. And so until very recently, all of my identity was just placed in sports, and it was really hard for me to, wake up from that and realize that's not a fulfilling life. So, yeah.
Wow, yeah, that is so, I can relate to that in many ways. I'm sure a lot of people do. And I think it is important that every Cradle Catholic, I'm Cradle Catholic, and I think it's important for us to kind of go and offer in our own way so that we can come back and see like
sure.
why do I believe this, you know, like
Yeah.
it was handed down to me, but like why do I believe this? And so when was that point for you of like, okay, this is what I believe, and now I've had this encounter with Christ and I want to follow him?
Yeah, so my sophomore year, or going into my sophomore year of college, I actually broke my knee playing volleyball. So I was out for a while, and in that moment, or in that, you know, lull period of about, you know, 2 or 3 months where I couldn't even walk, I was like, there's got to be something more to life than just sports, right? And I would have thought that would have been the wake-up call I needed, but as soon as I was able to, you know, start walking again, like I hit the ground running and I was ready to play volleyball again, and then COVID hit. And that period was really good for me to just realize that there is something more. And like I said earlier, it just wasn't fulfilling enough to just play sports and that be my identity. So I picked up my Bible again and I was like, okay, there's got to be something to this, because the only place that I actually felt peace was at church. And we weren't even able to go to church during COVID. So just reading my Bible and, you know, watching Mass on Sundays was the only time that I felt that rest in my heart. So I just kind of started from the basics again. I knew the fundamentals, and so I just started over, really.
Yeah, and so does that mean that you got involved with Focus like recently?
So Focus does not actually have a branch at my school. The way that I learned about Focus was, so I was going to daily Mass at my parish in Florida. And Katie Ann, that was her home parish growing up. So she was back just visiting family for the weekend. And we were both at daily Mass, and she came up to me after Mass and was like, hey, this is random and I don't know you, but I feel like I need to talk to you. And I was like,
wow.
Oh, okay. I'm Julia, nice to meet you. And she was like, I'm Katie Ann, and I'm a Focus missionary. And I had kind of been researching Focus before that. Like, it was super enticing. I was like, wow, college students that are on fire for their faith, that's so cool. So when she came up to me and said that, I was like, oh yeah, God is working. This is awesome.
Yeah, oh my gosh, that is so providential. Like, like imagine someone just walking up to you like, hey,
Right.
you know, like, I'm Catholic, let's talk.
Seriously, yeah, it was such a breath of fresh air too.
Yeah.
We were talking earlier, there just aren't many young adults that go to daily Mass at that parish, which is fine. Like, I love the community there. So it was just super cool to, you know, have her encounter me, and just, it was an answered prayer on my part, that's for sure.
Yeah, so does that mean that you're going to like, you're doing Focus with like not a particular school? Like, how did you get on this trip?
Yeah, so Katie Ann ended up inviting me, and in between, like, you know, all of that, there's another Focus missionary that I met in Tampa, and she has since graduated. She actually works at headquarters in Colorado, I believe. Her name is Sarah, and Sarah has been leading me through her discipleship, or the discipleship program that Focus has. So she came to Tampa for Seek 2021 and kind of led that, and we just kind of clicked automatically, and so she's been helping me ever since then. And then in about October, November, Katie Ann called me and said, I have some exciting news. And I was like, yeah, what is it? And she was like, ever been to Belize? I was like, I have not. And she was like, well, do you want to come? So that was kind of how that story went.
Yeah, did you know where Belize was?
I did, yeah.
Oh.
I was pretty good at geography growing up.
Wow, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Not many people do. Like, I'll tell people, hey, I'm from Belize, and
Yeah.
they're like,
Where?
is that in Africa?
It's so funny.
Yeah, but that's so cool. I love that. And the discipleship program that Focus has is so special, I think. I've read a bit on it. When I went to World Youth Day,
Yeah.
they had like at the end of it, to the back of like the big place, I don't even know what you call it, they had the book that your founder had written.
Yes.
And it's, what is it called, Making Missionary Disciples or something
I
like
think
that?
that's what it's called, yeah, by Curtis Martin, right?
Yeah. And everyone got one for free, and so I was like,
Wow.
oh, free book. That's
Yeah,
cool.
sign me up.
Yeah, so like I've read up on the discipleship program and
Yeah.
like the method of one person, you know, you go and you
Right, just keep
form
branching
two,
out.
yeah, form like two, and then those two go on and form some more, and
Yes.
just like this ripple effect. And
Exactly.
I think that is so, and I mean, Katie Ann definitely did a good job with
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'd say so.
yeah, that's so cool. And so, does that mean that you want to like be a Focus mission? Like,
Yeah, well, I thought about it for a while. It's been on my heart for sure. I know that I'm just called to, you know, the missionary life in general. So
Oh.
we'll see what the Lord wants.
Yeah, that's. I mean, you should come to Belize. You know.
I would love to.
serve
I know
here.
you all have another little program in Ben K, right? Where
Yeah,
you can like
so-
sign a year-long, year-long contract or something like that.
Yeah, so I always tell my mom, like, I want to be a missionary, like, do some mission work. And she's like, your life is a mission work, so you don't need to become a missionary.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. But, so how's Belize, man? Do you like it?
I love it so far. I mean, okay, so I've been keeping like a daily journal because I can't even remember what I had for breakfast 2 days ago. So, you know, that stuff is important to me, and I want to look back and remember those memories. But just like Trip was saying, just, you know, encountering Christ in all these individuals, not only like the kids that we're ministering to, but just everyone on the mission trip, like you all, it's so beautiful. And like you said, the simplicity of it all, just knowing that we're here for Jesus and to spread his word, and that's it. And that's just so liberating and amazing.
Yeah, it's like a little euphoria. You know?
It really is,
Like the little piece of heaven.
So
It's,
true.
Yeah, I just love watching you guys, you know, you serving and the way that you're all so bonded in your little community, and how, like, seeing you guys have that kind of experience in, like, my country, it just makes me, it makes me really happy, and it makes me feel closer to God, you know?
Yeah, that's
and
beautiful.
I know a lot of people see it in you guys too.
Yeah.
Everywhere you go, everyone's obsessed with the missionaries. So yeah,
It's so fun.
We love you guys, and we love having you here. And so thank you so much for telling your story.
Of course.
And it's so beautiful, and to witness how unique every single person is. And I think God is so creative. He doesn't do it the same way all the time.
Oh yeah.
Even though, like, it might sound the same before, like we all have the same struggles before we meet Jesus, but then afterwards it's like he kind of just makes it so, like, romantic, the way the way he comes into your life.
So true.
And I love that so much. So thank you for sharing this, and I hope you guys all enjoyed listening to Julia's story, and that you're inspired to, you know, rekindle your relationship with Christ and fall in love with him again. And after this, we have a game, which is gonna be so fun. And so I hope you guys are ready for that. So yeah, so stick around for our game, and then we'll just close off after that. So make sure you're here.
Pay your way with Atlantic Bank's chip and contactless cards. These cards provide added security while allowing you to pay in an easy and convenient way. You can perform your transactions in two ways. Chip transactions by inserting your card into the POS device, or contactless by simply tapping your card on the POS machine. This feature is perfect for your everyday small value transactions. Using Atlantic Bank chip and contactless cards is easy, convenient, and secure. Atlantic Bank chip and contactless cards. One card, two ways to pay.
And we're back! Yes, with our favorite part, and I hope it is the viewers' favorite part too, of our show. So we're here with our game, and for this week's episode, the game is going to be, what's the name again?
Secret identity.
Oh yeah,
That's
secret
what it's called.
identity.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically what, we have our little papers, and then we have like a little piece of tape. And so you're going to have to write down like a person or a person. It can be like a historical figure, it can be a saint, it can be like somebody from the Bible or something, or it doesn't have to be like religious, but somebody that like everybody would know.
Okay.
And then you're going to take your tape, put it to the back, and then like stick it on the back of the person next to you.
Okay.
And then that person is going to have to start asking questions to try and figure out who that person is.
Gotcha.
Like who's on their back. But yeah, so when you're finished writing, you can just show it to the camera so that the viewers know and they're like up to speed.
Okay.
And so we're gonna do it like Trip starts, and so he'll write down his thing, put the tape, put it on you, you start guessing, and then when you get it correct, then you do your one, so like one by one.
Perfect.
And preferably when he's writing, then like the person who's gonna like start guessing, they should like close their eyes so they don't see, and like they can show it to the camera without like seeing, and then once like they put it on your back, you can open your eyes and start.
Cool.
So I think we're gonna give the magic marker to
Alrighty.
to Trip.
Think of a good.
So Tope's putting it on my back?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, I think I got a good one here.
Trying to listen to the letters he's writing.
Don't listen to the letters I'm writing. All right. Alrighty. There we go.
Oh man, okay.
Secret word here. We'll stick that on the back.
On my
and get
sweaty
your,
back.
Get your hair. All right, there we go.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, you can start asking questions now.
Oh,
Yeah,
so I don't
yeah.
write yet?
Yeah,
Okay.
you don't write yet.
So it's a person.
It's person.
Male or female?
Male.
Elvis?
Not Elvis. Good guess though. I do love Elvis.
We were
One of
talking
my
about
favorite
Elvis
singers.
earlier,
We were,
Oh,
yep.
he likes Elvis.
Is he a saint?
It is a saint.
All right. Martyr?
I'm actually not sure.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I think so.
Yeah?
Yes.
Did he live in the last 200 years?
Nope.
No? Okay, earlier than that. Is he an apostle?
He is.
Yeah.
Thomas.
Oh, Thomas
How do you know that?
His real name is Thomas.
Thomas
so-
my confirmation saint. Yeah. My baptism lit.
Nice. Good one, good one. All right. My turn to write?
Yeah.
Okay. No, that was good. Or else I would have been guessing for a
I
while.
like that your first guess was Elvis though.
Well, if I was going to put one on your bag, I was going to do Elvis.
Oh yeah.
All right. Show the camera.
I'm so scared. I don't know why I'm nervous.
Okay, here we go. I'm going to walk with the microphone. All right, I think that's going to stay. We're ready.
Okay. So, is it a saint?
Also a saint, yes.
Okay. So male or female?
Female.
Female saint. Mm-hmm. Okay. Was she a nun?
No.
No. Okay. Was she married?
No.
No. So single. Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm trying to think about single saint. Single female saints. Oh my gosh, I can't think of any.
Ask like time period questions
Okay,
that
yeah.
might help.
So was she like? I can't. Can I ask her like when she was canonized? Is that too specific?
Oh, I have no idea. I don't think she had a specific date because she was just one of the OGs.
Oh, one of the OGs. So
OGs.
like she's like ancient.
She's like Jesus time ancient.
Oh, is it Saint Mary Magdalene?
Yes, good job.
Okay.
Don't leave me hanging.
I love her. I love Mary
Right,
Magdalene.
she's one of my faves.
Do you watch The Chosen?
Oh, yes, I do.
Okay.
One of the best characters in the
Yes,
show.
she is.
Yes, season finale is on Sunday.
I
If you
haven't
don't watch
watched
The Chosen, watch The Chosen.
Yes, shameless plug.
Yeah. Okay, I have to write. Close your eyes, boy. Okay, I don't know. I mean, okay.
Huh. Tricky one.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's not giving you an easy one.
Be prepared.
Yep.
You'll get it. Okay.
Is the person a saint?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so was the person 20th century saint?
20th? Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, this one's easy. Saint John Paul.
No, I put that. I was gonna put it, but I was like, that's too easy.
Okay. Okay, what country is this saint from?
What country? Oh my gosh, you're gonna get it so easy. No, another question.
Okay.
Skip.
From what order was it saying? Or was okay, is it a he or she?
He.
Okay, from what order?
Order, I mean
Is he a
diocesan.
priest? Okay.
Diocesan.
Diocesan.
I mean, he wasn't a priest when he died.
He wasn't a priest when he died. Okay, St. Oscar Romero.
Oh, wow.
Hats off to you.
One of his favorite saints, so that's
Oh,
yeah.
He has
He has him on his AirPod case.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What's his story like? I
I don't
don't.
think I know anything about
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, he was the Archbishop of El Salvador. So he was martyred because he was preaching against the government at the time.
Wow.
And so they had like a civil war and all that. So like I think it was like the opposing force, just killed him during a mass. So
Wow.
that was intense.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. So is that it?
Actually, I have a paper, so I don't know.
Oh
if that's
yes.
it. So this is gonna be who?
True.
True.
Oh boy, man. Get my detective hat on here. Close my eyes.
My handwriting is horrible.
Stop it.
That's funny.
Oh boy. And now I'm nervous. All right. Is it a saint?
No.
It's not a saint. Oh
Not
my
a
goodness. Okay. Man or a woman?
It's a man.
It's a man.
Yeah.
Is he an American?
Yeah.
American, okay. Singer?
No.
No.
No. President?
Yeah.
President? Is it George Washington?
No.
Ronald Reagan?
No.
It's a president though.
Yep.
President.
Yeah.
President.
Is it Donald Trump?
No.
Joe Biden? Oh, okay. Current president.
Some would say he's the president.
The current president, yep. That probably should have been my first guess right there.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, maybe he's gonna get it. Thank you for beating around the bush.
Yes,
Made it
yes.
on here.
I'm surprised that you just like went to
Right.
the president
The
question.
first one. Yeah.
If it was me, I would have gone to like maybe Bible character, or like so. He's just like singer, person. Like it's like he
yeah.
knew.
He's
Once
good
it
at
wasn't a
this.
saint, I was like, all right, like we'll just
Yeah.
the big guns right
President.
there.
Yeah. So that was fun.
It was.
Yeah. So hope you guys enjoyed.
Yeah, we had a lot of
Yeah.
fun.
What was your favorite part of this episode?
I think my favorite part of the episode, I like listening to Julia tell her story and her testimony. I think that was
thank
awesome to hear.
Thank you. I like listening to Trip as well.
Aww.
The games were fun too.
They were.
Fun. They were fun. Yeah. Your favorite?
My favorite part would have to be, I guess, listening to both of you guys' story. Yeah, that was. I really like that.
Yeah, me too. I really liked. I like listening to your guys' story, but I mean, I really like the game. Like that was really fun, and the like superlatives at the beginning of the episode was so fun too. That was fun. So it's just really nice to get to know you guys and to spend time and talk. And sadly, it's over. Yeah, but I mean, we can still talk afterwards. But for the camera, it's over. And so, if you guys want more content like this, then you can watch our previous episode, or you can stick around for our other episodes that are going to come out, where we will have other missionaries come in and do the same thing essentially. We're going to try and spice it up, but yeah, it's going to be so fun. And we also have 13 episodes in season 1 that you can watch if you're bored on like a rainy day or a sunny day. You know, you can go back and watch those too. And thank
If you ever want to watch a priest with a reindeer head on,
Oh
you
yeah,
can
if you want to watch a priest,
too.
or do you want to watch somebody get a hashtag Beyond Basic temporary tattoo?
You can watch
You can watch
it from
that
the first
too.
episode. So
Yeah.
don't miss
So-
out. This summer edition is gonna be.
Yeah, it's gonna be so
even
fun.
better.
It's
Yeah.
so fun for us to film and so fun for you guys to watch. So remember to like, comment, and share to everybody you know, to your neighbor, your daughter, your brother, everybody you know. Share, comment, like, and come back for episode 3 of Beyond Basic Summer Edition. God bless.